What kind of business would you start?
I'd probably do a gym.
The business that I would start is a go-kart racing type of sort of thing.
Students from Caldwell County schools are getting a real education. REAL stands for North Carolina Rural Entrepreneurship through Action Learning. It's a mouthful, but simply put, it teaches students skills for starting a business.
My hope was for them to see that there's not a cookie cutter business out there, small business, that every small business has different challenges, and they have to kind of dig in and find their way. Talks about your average square foot for a business. You'll find in here how much a square foot costs.
Cost analysis, building surveys, and marketing plans are all part of the assignment.
It's not all as easy as we all think it is.
Not easy at all. Group interviews with business owners offer students a reality check.
I wish I could do a one-on-one with them, but my wife wouldn't let me. Be blunt with them. It's hard. It takes money. Some months are good, some months are a struggle.
It's not as easy as you see on TV.
Like the cakes she creates, Patricia Hendrix explains the need to have all the right ingredients before you start.
When you're looking at a business or you're looking for a business, that the research that you need to do prior to the business is the most important. Because when I opened my business, there were so many things that I did not know, and I had to find out the hard way.
It was an easy decision to launch entrepreneurial studies at Western Carolina University, according to department head Dr. Bob Carlton.
90% of the new jobs being created are from small and medium-sized enterprises. So if you're trying to serve the need and the mission of the university and the mission of the College of Business of creating business-ready graduates who can hit the ground and make a difference in their community and for their own lives, it was just a natural.
What isn't always natural is figuring out a way to take a good idea and turn it into something much more.
First and foremost, they have to have the ability to recognize and create value for consumers. Whatever the product or service may be, it's got to be something that people will pay for.
It is a one-stop shop for the university.
The School of Engineering and Construction Management at Western Carolina then tries to take that idea and make it real. They recently redesigned packing for a North Carolina ornament maker.
And as a result of these efforts, the company was able to keep its customer and deliver its product, stay in business and grow in North Carolina. That's where the university can be a very powerful tool.
That translates into value for the region.
The opportunities to grow technology and other businesses in these areas are just tremendous. And I think what you're going to see over the long term, the intermediate and long term, is actually an explosion of activity in the western part of the state.
Youth engagement is a component of that. We go into every county in the Advantage West region and everybody talks about, what do we do to keep our youth here? Well, entrepreneurial development is a way to do that. And so reaching out to the youth and teaching them about being an entrepreneur and what does that mean is very important.
Scott Hamilton is president of Advantage West, the state's economic developer for North Carolina's 23 most western counties.
Trying to find those initiatives that are going to be able to create jobs for the people of our region, to improve that quality of life. How do we go about doing that? In a challenging economy, it's a challenging opportunity to sit back and look at those types of initiatives that we would need in this region for this region to be successful.
To encourage budding entrepreneurs, Hamilton convinced Google to sponsor a national contest called Juicy Ideas. In the 2010 competition, students had to use public data to create an application to help the local community.
Asheville-outdoors.com brings convenience to outdoor adventure seekers visiting and living in western North Carolina.
The team from Asheville-Buncombe Community College designed a site spotlighting hiking trails and other outdoor activities, and they nearly came out on top.
We missed first place by 6/100ths of a point. That's as much as we know. And it was all down to the last judge. They were waiting for the last judge because it could have gone either way.
Especially when you consider the competition. Stanford may have edged out AB Tech, but this community college team from Western North Carolina beat MIT.
I think it proves no matter how small a community is or how big a community is, how well known it is or how well known it isn't, there's all sorts of things that can come out of it. You know, we take a small town, county with less than 200,000 people in it. You take a small technical college and you place second in a competition hosted by probably the largest computer company in the world, Google, and that says a lot.
Some of our students have come from plants that closed, such as Beacon. They were there for 30+ years, and so when they've been laid off, they always worked for someone who worried about their paycheck, and all they had to do was go in and do their job. That's not today's economy. The students of today are probably going to be creating their own jobs, and one way that they have to know what to do is to have the entrepreneurial skills and what do you have to do to succeed in business. So they're going out and learning how to do that.
And learning something else about the possibilities in rural communities.
Where you are is less relevant than what you're doing. And what we're seeing in the development of a lot of businesses is people are moving now to places that they want to live rather than places that they have to live.
Meaning these students may not have to venture too far from home to enter the business world.